So I've just stopped in this little town called Haslam, and it's got a little jetty here. Really nice, beautiful bit of ocean, completely clear. I'm going to stop here and have some lunch, and then I'm off to Streaky Bay today.
Going to build me a log cabin on a mountain so high, so high.
So I'm 40 kilometres out of Streaky Bay right now, where I'm going to have the option of either cutting inland straight away, meaning 400 kilometres until Port Augusta, or continuing down the coast a little bit and cutting across on a slightly quieter road, but that adds 200 kilometres to my time to get to Port Augusta, so 600 kilometres, just over. Or I can go all the way down to Port Lincoln, following the coast the entire way, and that's going to cost me about 800 kilometres, or maybe even a bit more than that, to be honest. So it's a big decision, and I'd see how I feel. So I've made my decision, and I'm going to Port Lincoln. Adds about 400 kilometres to my trip, but I quite like the idea of seeing the coast, even though it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Still should be good. And I have some hot weather at least. I'm running very low on electricity now, so I'm hoping to have enough for tonight to charge my stuff. So it'll be nice to have some music, because my speaker is waterproof, so I can listen to music when it's raining, give me a bit of a morale boost. So today I'm heading to Coffin Bay. I've heard it's a really nice place there. It's about 80 kilometres away. Could get to Port Lincoln today, but I've decided not to. I've almost completely run out of electricity on everything. Got a little bit left in my speaker, got a little bit left in my phone, but it's sunny today, so I should be able to top up my electricity that way, and hopefully have enough for tomorrow. I might have to stop listening to music for a day. That's not really a big problem. And then the day after, I'll get to Port Lincoln. Last night it was the worst weather I've had so far. Torrential rain and really strong winds, and the way with strong winds is if a tree falls over or something, but none of the trees look too dead around here, so pretty comfortable with that. But I did wake up in the middle of the night in a puddle, so I had to move the tent middle of the night, but I managed to do that without getting too much wet. The floor of the tent's actually really good and waterproof. It was like a waterbed being on top of all the water, but it was starting to seep through a little bit, so I did move the tent. So I got my coffee, just making my porridge, and these guys are incredibly tame. I'm glad they're not any bigger, because it'd be a bit scary otherwise, but incredibly tame kangaroos. And over there the sun's just rising above Yangi Bay here. Just look at this beautiful beach. A Golden Island lookout. There's Golden Island over there. Just been down for a paddle in the water. Heading on this little trail to a beach. Here we are. So it's been the absolutely perfect morning. Started by seeing kangaroos and then all these beaches. Not normally a beach person, normally a mountain person, but these are brilliant. They're completely empty and really rugged, big waves, cliffs and everything, and islands and sand dunes. Can't ask for more really. So I've taken a bit longer here this morning than I thought I was going to, and I was hoping to get to Lincoln National Park today. Hopefully that will also have some beautiful coastline, but we'll just have to see how we go. I should get to Port Lincoln. I should be there. I'm running out of food a little bit. I might just get a lunch in the cafe, really treat myself today. Yeah, and then I'll have enough food for tonight and tomorrow morning, and then get to Port Lincoln around lunchtime. Have my rest day there, and hopefully my rest day will be when it's raining. I've been pushing my rest day back further and further as the weather forecast has changed, and also I'm definitely going to have some headwind heading up the Peninsula here, but just trying to make it so that at least I get a couple of days where I get tailwind, but the weather forecast here changes so often it's difficult to do that. But yeah, really beautiful scenery here, and really glad I stopped and came into Coffin Bay. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm coming from the Nullarbor where there's not much scenery. This national park has been really beautiful. Just the beaches have been incredible. You see the scenery here is just incredible as well. There's all kinds of, I've like coming across little hills even as well. Quite steep roads. Woo! So after spending so much time this morning in Coffin Bay, visiting the lookouts and beaches, it's looking a bit unlikely I was going to be able to get to the camp spot that I wanted to in Lincoln National Park, but I'm on course to do it now. I've been cycling pretty hard, and seems to, seeing all those beautiful spots seems to put a bit of energy in the legs, so I felt great today on the bike. There's emus everywhere in Lincoln National Park. Really cool just to see them in the wild wandering around. I had one running along the side of the road to me last night. They're just kind of wandering around over there. So I've just checked out of my hostel in Port Lincoln. So I've got my bike all ready here. But the twist in the story is I've been in Port Lincoln for just over 2 months now. When I first got here, it turned out a lot of other backpackers were just arriving at the hostel, and they were arriving for the start of the tuna season, tuna harvest. And so I just got a number off one of them, gave the company a call, and was lucky enough to be able to find a job. I think I was the last person who got employed for Harvest, the company I was working for. So yeah, I got really lucky with that. And then even on the boats, I got lucky. I was on a transfer boat with a really great team, great captain, great engineer. All the backpackers on there were lovely. So yeah, really lucky. And the job itself was actually quite good fun, quite tough. You get wet all day, but you just tying knots and stuff like that. And yeah, great fun being out at sea. Got to see sea lions pretty much every day, which I've never seen before. Dolphins probably every other day. And even got to see on one occasion a great white shark, and sort of quite a long time. It was going around the boat for a long period of time, and it was awesome to see, really awe-inspiring. So yeah, that was good. Harvest finished on a say. I managed to find work on the Monday, so I didn't even have any break. Straight into work on an abalone farm, and that was good. It's just been like constructing pieces of plastic really to go in their nursery. So the baby abalones. Abalones are just shellfish. They're very expensive shellfish, but they're just a type of shellfish. Yeah, and that's been good. But that work's finished now. Finished on Tuesday, and it's now Thursday. So I've given myself a day just to get everything prepared again. Yep, and now I'm going to Kangaroo Island, where hopefully I've got another job in an abalone farm. I've got to get there in 11 days, about 900 kilometres, and I want to catch up with some friends I made on the boats in Adelaide, because I made a lot of nice friends here in Port Lincoln. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a rush, but should be good. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I'm just crossing my fingers that this job in Kangaroo Island does materialise, and that I can get there first of all, and that it materialises. So yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. I was going to make this a 3-part series, but since I've had such a long break here, it seems to make sense to make it a 4-parter. So we'll call that the end of the episode here, and thank you for watching.